Welcome to Moonseed. Here's an amazing plant. Now, the question that comes up is moonseed fruit the same as wild grapes? Because they look a lot alike. And moonseed, it's important to know the difference because moonseed is a highly toxic plant. And what I want to make sure we're talking about here, because there's a couple varieties, is Menisperum canadensis, the western variety, and Menisperum daricum, is the eastern traditional Chinese medicine. Both of these have been used externally and continue to be used externally as medicines, but the toxicity not very often used internally. See my other video for finding out some traditional uses for it internally, but in general, no. This is so toxic. I mean, it causes cardiac arrest, seizures. It's not a happy situation, and children have died from eating too much of it. So you want to know the difference between wild grapes, which are delicious, and moonseed, which look like wild grapes. So they grow in this cluster similar to grapes, and they contain this poisonous seed. And large doses just pretty much, unless treated immediately, very fatal. So if you're out in the wilderness foraging, you need to know the difference. The difference between moonseeds and grapes are that, first off, the moonseed flavor is sometimes even described as rank. You don't hear wild grapes ever being described as rank unless you ate an old moldy one. And what are you doing that for? So that rank flavor, wild grapes are going, and they're also bitter. Moonseeds are bitter. Wild grapes are sweet. They're fragrant. Moonseeds are basically odorless. Wild grapes also have that pretty vine that you see in so many drawings or photographs of grapes, that little curly whirly vine that comes off. Moonseeds don't have any of that. So those are some identifiers for you so that you can be safe out there if you're, making use of this plant. And it does have medicinal value. It's anti-inflammatory, it's laxative. Anyway, find out more about this plant. Don't be confusing it. Know how to use it every once in a while. It's the odd plant that's the one you need. But lots of substitutes, and especially if you're doing foraging, and especially with kids, make sure, is this wild grape or is this moonseed and going to make us sick and not have health and well-being? Take care of yourselves out there.